Are there any sort of like cultural shocks?
I would say in Southeast Asia country, the people are nice, right? But as for Taiwanese, they are more nice. I think it's not like too nice in a suspicious way, but I think they are more welcoming and they are willing to help in anything.
Yeah.
Anything, because I can compare because I'm Malaysian. Because some Malaysian we think that too nice, or we always have an open arms. Some people might be uncomfortable.
Why is that?
Maybe we can go back to suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we find it suspicious. Okay.
Yeah.
They can't be nice. Humans.
Human nature is
Bad.
Hi, I'm Alden.
I'm Francis.
Welcome back to the ChattyAF podcast. And today we have our next guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. I'm Afifath and I'm from Malaysia. And this is my 10th day in NCU this week. So I would like to say that I'm quite nervous here because the weather is quite cold, you know?
Yeah.
It's very new to me.
What brings you to NCU?
So actually, I have come here last year for the some sort of internship program, and I'm doing a research on hydrogen storage. And currently, I come back again to do some characterization on my project. And I'm studying on liquid organic hydrogen carrier, where I do research on the catalyst part, which is quite different from their research. So the things that I do is I try to get the material from the lab, and I want to utilize that as a catalyst.
Wow.
It's quite technical, I would say.
I was just gonna say I understood all of that.
Yeah. Us experts over here.
Are you a master, PhD? What?
Yes. And I'm a master.
Master. Okay.
And this is my second year of my master's degree. And last time I come from my first semester, I would say. Yes, first semester is very new.
Yeah.
And I feel like I came here just to learn everything from my master's degree. And I just go back. And then my supervisor in Malaysia, you learn a lot in Taiwan because they are very fast paced, you know?
I see. Okay. So are you happy here in Taiwan? Do you enjoy living in Taiwan for the time you've been here?
I think this is very great and it's convenient. I can go anywhere just by using my handphone and just refer to the Google Maps. I think it's functioning very well in Taiwan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how long were you here the first time?
3 months.
Oh wow. So it was like a internship, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Around NCU as well, or?
And also in another school in UNC University.
Oh, okay.
Where's that?
I think it is near the Navy station around there. That's for that professor also in UNC, also the acquaintance of my supervisor.
Oh, really?
So they are just like their circles and some sort of asking, do you have any student that can introduce, and then I can teach on this. I would say I'm quite fortunate to be in this group.
That's
for
amazing.
sure.
Also
For sure.
that.
Are these schools connected, or is it just the two professors who know each other?
I would say maybe the two professors also know each other, and there's some sort of program that kind of connected between them. But I'm not very sure on that. Professors really know well each other.
And further, you said you're here for 10 days, right? And so are you gathering and learning things for your thesis?
Yes.
Yeah, is that why you're here? Okay. And how's that going? I know with your master's thesis, it's everyone finds it quite difficult. So
Yes.
how's it
The
going so
hardest
far?
part.
Exactly.
And
How's it?
The way that I think, because the Taiwanese people's work is quite, I would say, meticulous, and I think it's the way that I found it. Coming here again is one of the method that I want to make my thesis much more better, and I want to write it faster because I'm planning to submit my thesis by this June, and I need to do an oral defense on September.
Wow.
So I would say this is like a fast track.
Yeah. Okay.
Just came here rather than doing it in Malaysia. It's gonna take a little bit more of time.
That's so interesting. So, like, how is Taiwan faster than Malaysia? Like, how would you maybe compare the two?
I think regarding the instrument itself, as for Taiwanese people, they do like to teach their student, even from undergrad student, to know about the instrument or any appliance in the lab. And they have to know about every procedure. But in Malaysia, we do have one particular person to take care of that instrument.
Right.
And
You said one. Wow.
and everyone will just go there. Just send your sample and
Just
let it do.
So does it get very crowded? Like
exactly.
very like challenging to actually have access to the equipment. Wow.
And the way you want to learn the technical thing, the technical part, how to handle the instrument and everything, we don't really get that much.
And so how was that transition coming here? I know you said it was fast, but like, was it difficult learning the instruments here yourself, or what was that experience like?
I don't think I would say it's difficult, but it's just that we do have the language barrier. But because the lab members, they can speak English well. So I think I wouldn't say that I didn't face any problem because of them, not because of me. Yeah, because of their assistance is very good, I think.
It's just really cool that we get to chat because we're in such different spaces. Alden and I are here as English teaching fellow.
It has a lot of different roles, whether that be helping students with English tests like the IELTS or the TOEFL. We teach micro courses on various subjects like how to write documents or study abroad, interview. Our sort of job description is vague, and we have kind of established ourselves as I guess it's like partially mentorship, partially consultation.
I would say like we're a resource on campus. Anything related to English, really, like Alden was saying, we try to mentor, assist, teach, like all the above. So we're in different spaces, but it's cool that like even like with NCU, they pull in so many different people from so many different spaces.
Yeah.
And any kind of student can reach out to you?
Yeah.
Are you
will you be taking the IELTS or IELTS or TOEFL?
I'm planning to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Stop by the office.
Yeah. This week we just gave a workshop on IELTS writing and speaking and TOEFL speaking and writing.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah, so if you're keen, please come by our office. That would be fantastic. That's okay. This is really fascinating because you've had the experience in Taiwan and you've had the ability to sort of fast track your education. Are there any sort of like cultural shocks?
Great question.
That you've experienced in Taiwan? Anything that you kind of weren't expecting?
I wouldn't say like a culture shock, but I would say in Southeast Asia country, the people are nice, right? But as for Taiwanese, they are more nice, I think.
Too nice?
Too nice. Yeah.
Oh, too nice. Okay.
Suspicious?
It's not like too nice in a suspicious way, but I think they are more welcoming and they are willing to help in anything. You know what?
Yeah.
Anything, because I can compare because I'm Malaysian, because some Malaysian we think that too nice, or we always have an open arms. Some people might be uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
Maybe we can go back to suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we find it suspicious. Okay.
Yeah.
They can't be nice. Humans.
Human nature is
bad.
Only bad. Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're just joking. We're just joking. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
This is what our office talks about a lot.
Yeah. No, humans, we're good people.
Yeah, there's
Alden's a great person.
I don't know if I'd say that, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah.
But okay, this is a cool comparison that we have, like Taiwanese people are willing to help with everything. I think we have felt that too, but it's like we kind of wonder, because we're like Americans, we wonder if our American nationality sometimes is the reason that people are nice to us. I sometimes wonder because, like, I'm a white person, like they might be nicer to me. But this is good to know that they're also, providing you with additional support and being willing to help you with anything. Because that, at least for me, I don't know, maybe for you too, like it kind of puts it in perspective, and it's like, oh, no, it's even more than just that.
And you can conclude that they are nice to everyone, right?
Yeah.
So
Or
not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Good
yeah.
job, Taiwanese people.
Yes,
We
exactly.
appreciate you.
Drop your stories on like how a Taiwanese has been nice to you.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk about some like fun stuff that you've done in Taiwan. Maybe the first time, what were some like trips or places you visited that the first time you were here for 3 months? Any trips?
Yes, because last time when I was here, there's a few students from UNSW also in our group, and we went to Chofen.
Yeah,
classic.
But
yeah.
we went at the end of our trip, so I would say that we explore a little bit on the old street, and I do love their tea sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's a great experience.
No,
and
it
for
is.
now, I came here and I do my research, and tomorrow I'll try to explore Taipei, and I'll go to Alishan as well.
Oh wow, Jiufen is probably it's very touristy, very popular. But if you can get a time when it's like quieter, it's just absolutely beautiful. Like drinking tea and just like looking out to the view, it's probably like one of my favorites. And the Alishan is also great. You've been to Jiufen, right, Alden?
Yeah, I've been to Jiufen, but every time I've gone, it's either been incredibly rainy or it's been just absolutely packed with people, which is to be expected. It's a highly, touristic area.
Yes.
But you also mentioned that, you're going to Alishan. We have a lot of positive things to say about Alishan. How many times have you gone?
Twice.
Twice. Okay.
Yeah. What about you? You're all mountain.
All mountain is my nickname. We have these like nicknames for like the acronyms of our names. So my name is Alden Mahachi. So I'm all mountain. AM. It's because I like hiking as well.
Okay.
I've also only been to Alishan twice.
Okay.
Though. But the first time I went, it was incredibly sunny. And the second time I went, it was this really magical, like misty forest kind of vibe. How about for you?
It was both times was misty and it's magical. But actually, the first time I went, my friends and I were visiting. They were visiting from the U.S. and we purposely picked Alishan so we can catch the sunrise. I highly recommend you try. It's actually I don't know. I hear it's quite hard to actually catch a sunrise because the clouds are always rolling in the morning or just like around. But that was both times. It was like cloudy, misty. So hopefully when you go, you should definitely try to catch a sunrise. It's so beautiful.
I'll be there on Monday to Wednesday, I'll say.
Okay.
On Wednesday, I'll come back here and then see you. Okay.
Are you staying in the area or in the park?
I'll be staying in Chiayi.
Oh, Jai.
Okay, yes.
Oh, so
yes.
after going to Alishan, you'll go back down.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Will you spend one day there or a few days?
I think I'll spend one day there because I want to explore Chiayi as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Try the turkey rice.
Yeah.
In Jai.
I've read that.
Yeah? The turkey rice.
Speaking of turkey rice, I would say that I'm quite unfortunate because I'm traveling in Ramadan. So I
yes.
cannot eat during the days. But if they still have the turkey rice up at the dinner, for sure I can try to.
Okay, yeah. I hope at some point, I hope at some point.
I would say that I try to challenge myself on how to travel in foreign country during this Ramadan time. So I want to see But the thing is the weather is great. So it's not that challenging, I would say, not to eat or not to drink for during the day. Yeah.
No, sure. And I think Alishan's weather should be good at this time of year. Like March is usually a fantastic month because it's not too hot up there. It's also not freezing cold.
Yeah.
And the clouds don't tend to roll in as much as they do in other seasons. I think this time is like the second best time of year to go. October and November are perfect, but I believe March is also good. Fact check me in the comments. Am I completely wrong here? I see Albert nodding his head in the corner over here. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But it tends to be, at least in my experience, when I've gone in March to these higher mountainous areas, the weather tends to be pretty good. May and June there are like light sprinkles of rain, and then summer is like, how would you like to be in the middle of a typhoon in the middle of the mountains? Probably not. So summer's not great either.
Yeah, both times I went, it was in like May or June, and beautiful, but just the clouds were just blocking the sun. But we still had a really good time. There's a tea farm there that's really nice. We stayed at an Airbnb, and the host was really nice as well. So I mean, just overall, it was a really good experience, even though we missed the sunrise.
Have you guys tried the old wooden train?
Yes,
The classic one. Oh,
yeah,
you
very
had?
fun.
Oh, okay.
I think you can also take a train up to
You can.
Alisan.
Yeah.
So maybe you can try that as well.
There is a train that runs through another place. I forget the name. I just know that the last character is Hu. It's like related to the lake. Hu. I believe that place is also on the train line. Again, maybe we'll fact check this after the episode, but that area is very beautiful, very underrated, and might be interesting for you to take the train up there and then take the train to Alisan.
Oh, that's great.
And maybe you can see both if there's enough time. Because I don't know about you, but my recommendation would be Chiayi City is nice and everything, but it's not Alishan. and it's definitely not Funchihu either. But that's just me. I'm biased. I love the mountains. I don't know. What do you...
I was only there for like a day. In Chiayi, we stayed in the mountain. My friends and I stayed in an Airbnb in the mountains. So I actually arrived late. So my friends waited in line for the turkey rice. So I don't know how good or bad. They said it was like pretty good, but not really worth the wait. So maybe if there's a line, you might want to try something else. I don't know. Or like even by the time you can eat, maybe they might not even have it. But yeah, I hear Chiayi is, like a Taiwan city.
Oh, maybe you guys have any other recommendation in Taiwan?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do I even begin?
Yeah, I have a list.
I
Yeah.
think you are the expert here.
I mean, both of us have like very fond memories of our first or second years here, and I mean, for me, if you're going to be in Alishan, there's also the entrance of Yusan National Park, and there's like visitor center. It's not a lot, but the views from there are also incredibly beautiful, and it's the entry point to the highest mountain in the entire country. And just in that area alone, you can see like eagles flying overhead, an animal called sanxiang, the barking deer. I remember when I first went there, I'm walking on one of the footpaths getting ready to go to the trailhead of, the highest mountain hike, and I'm thinking, what's that smell? Oh, it's awful. And I see a tiny little deer eating grass or like eating something off the forest floor. And I'm looking at it like, I've never seen a deer that small before. I've never seen an animal this interesting before. And I'm filming it. I'm getting really close to it, and it's not scared. It's fascinating. Really, really fascinating. And that is the type of environment in that area. And it's not that far from Alisan. So if you either have a driver or if you have the ability to maybe drive yourself, I would recommend that area.
Yeah. Alisan's obviously great, but for me, my favorite is definitely the East Coast. So when I was first here, my first year in 2018, 2019, I was in Yilan. And Alden was in Yilan last year. It's just a really beautiful place. Like the rice fields, you have the beach, you have the Mount Taiping San, you have everything. So Yilan, highly recommend, but then again, just East Coast, Hualien. Too bad, sadly, due to the earthquake, Taroko is closed.
Yeah.
But Hualien is a beautiful place, and then Taidong. Taidong is, I think, probably my second favorite county. Yep. It's just really beautiful, quiet. If you enjoyed water sports, there's like surfing, and then there are 2 islands off of Taidong, Green Island and Orchid Island, and you can go scuba diving. So I've only been to Lanyu, one of the islands, and that's where I started my scuba diving interest hobby. So highly, if you're interested in that, you can do that. But a lot of just water sports, and it's just, I feel like a bit slower, quieter. East Coast is so beautiful, and I had a chance to scooter too, so I would drive along the coast and just see how beautiful the coastline is of Taiwan.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you do water or mountain sports, it's the most beautiful place on the island, and there's so much to learn about those areas, especially because there are rich, like indigenous cultures that exist all along the East Coast, whether it be Ame, Tayan, or like Beinan. There are so many different groups, and it's just an opportunity to kind of like, like learn from them about the sort of like original identities of the people who populated this island thousands of years ago.
Now, what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sure. Probably when is the best time to visit the East Coast part? Because I probably will come back again.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
Okay.
For PhD, for a job, or
Yeah, I
just...
mean, I'm continuing my PhD next year.
Oh.
So maybe I'm still in this group and I'll still come back again for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would say November and December,
December,
when there's no rain. You can get cooler weather that is like kind of comfortable, but at the same time, you're not getting much rain. And it's all about the fact that like you still have that cool, clean air, but not a lot of things that could prevent you from, getting close to the mountains. Like you're not in any danger of landslides. You're not in any danger of storms or typhoons. So I would say, yeah, that time.
I went on the scooter trip during tomb sweeping, so like early April. It's not unbearably hot like summertime, but it's just starting to warm up. So right now we're like in the beginning of March, so I think in about a month it'll start warming up. I think even next week I think it's supposed to be a bit warmer, so that's usually when I recommend going. I think that's a really beautiful time. Even summertime when it's like really hot, when you're along the coast, the wind is just so cool and refreshing. So even the summertime is okay, because I came back to visit last summer too with a friend, and we just drove up the mountains, and it was just like very relaxing.
Yeah, I think what Francis said about like March, April, like October, November, December, like any of these 5 months are really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would say I don't have really good tolerance in cold weather. Because last time I come during summer, in May to July. And early in May, I even used the heater.
What?
Oh, okay.
This
Okay.
is
Wow.
in summer, right? Yeah.
Okay, so then if that's the case, yeah, then I think in the East Coast you can go in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ilan and Hualien, you can go in the summertime. Taidong, you can go in winter. I remember going in like February of my first year here, and it was still like 30 Celsius, at the max. So
It's quite normal in Malaysia.
yeah. I think actually I should have kept that in mind here.
That makes sense.
That being said, definitely Taidong. Taidong is whenever you want, except for January and February, and then for Ilan and like Northern Hualien, what he said,
Yeah. No, with Malaysia, what are some of your like favorite places, or what are some things you recommend to our audience?
I think Malaysia is quite famous with their foods. If you are a food traveler and you are travel for food, I would recommend a few places in Malaysia, in Penang, in Kuala Lumpur, in Malacca. You can try a few varieties of food from the Chinese cuisine, Thailand cuisine in the northern part, and also in KL itself, they do have a lot of like Indian cuisine that they mix together with a lot of spice. And I think the food part is quite different from Malaysia to another country.
What is your favorite?
I would say in Malaysia, my favorite is nasi kerabu. If you can also show the
Yeah. Put it up.
yeah, it's a lot of things in your food. There's a lot of the combination of vegetables and also the protein. In just, I would say, the lunch pot. Maybe the nasi kerabu itself is come from a northern part of the Malaysia, and I used to enjoy that like almost every day. I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very great.
And then with Taiwan, what are like some of your favorite foods here?
For Taiwan, I would say I do like their any taro based
Sure.
food. Yeah. The taro ball or anything like
Oh, the tong yuan.
Yeah. Have you ever had tang yuan?
Yeah. Tongyong, yes.
Tongyuan,
Yes.
yeah.
I have that before.
Fantastic.
During my last trip.
Great.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. Is there anything else that you would like to recommend, maybe people who are going to Malaysia? What would you recommend that they see or do if they're going?
If they do like nature or mountain, I think they can go to a lot of mountain in Malaysia. You can probably try to go to Sabah to challenge yourself. Sabah is good.
cool.
Kinabalu Mountain. Have you been there?
I've heard of it and I've
Yeah,
read about
same.
it.
I've heard of it.
It's a dream, but I haven't been yet.
And also at the East Coast, also we have a lot of beach there. You can try to explore that. And if you like city, maybe Kuala Lumpur is the place.
Yeah, KL.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. It was very great getting to know you. Thank you for joining the podcast. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Catch you later.
Okay.
See you.